In this video I'm taking on my biggest karting rival. Today we're settling the score on an incredible track, RacePlanet Amsterdam. But this is not just a challenge, there's a twist. We'll get to that in just a bit, but first let me introduce you to my rival. This is Michael, and the last time we karted together he broke my perfect win streak at Teamsport Karting Utrecht. Michael and I do not only share our passion for karting, we also share our passion for motorcycles. And not just any bikes, we both own the same bike, an Aprilia Shiver. But let's get back to the track. Today's challenge was an interesting one. RacePlanet Amsterdam is an awesome track. During the week they run two separate tracks, and on the weekend evenings they combine the two tracks into one long track. Today we're racing on the long track, and in our first heat it was clear that it suited me pretty well. My lap times were just slightly faster than Michael's lap times. However, on our second heat I wanted to spice things up. So here's the twist. I decided to start with 11 karts between Michael and myself. My goal? To not only overtake all 11 karts, but also catch and beat my toughest rival. What made it extra interesting is that I had no idea of the race pace of the 11 drivers in between Michael and me. Besides that, there was something about the track that I was not aware of yet, but that would immensely help Michael, as you will see later on this video. As soon as we started I was on a mission. Fight! Overcoming traffic in the middle of the pack is chaotic and requires precision. But I was going to do everything I could to make my way up. Every corner will be crucial. First one down, 10 more to go and then up to Michael. We soon see our second target and get the job done by getting a better acceleration out of the corner. Not much further we see our third driver that's giving us a bit of a hard time. Sticking to the outside here gets the job done. We immediately spot our next target. Passing this driver on the inside brings the total number of overtakes to 4. We stick to the backside of our next targets like glue and accidentally give kart number 2 a slight bump. We are quick on the gas and our better acceleration out of the corner gives us a double overtake on numbers 5 and 6. Immediately we see our 7th victim and slowly start to reel him in. A small mistake in corner 7 gives us the opportunity to close the gap. Not the cleanest switchback, but it gets the job done with a quick apology. Directly after the overtake we can set our target to kart number 8 and start to close the gap. We hope to go for the switchback here, however the driver was much slower than expected and we bump into him, sending him into an unrecoverable spin. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. We do get the overtake done, but get overtaken by the guy we just passed in kart number 16. We do however set ourselves better up for this corner, stick to the inside and give the driver no chance to get back again. A lap later we spot our 9th target, start to chase and quickly get the job done. Just half a track and we can see our 10th target. Only 2 more to go and we might get to battle Michael. Setting up for a better exit out of this corner and sticking to the inside gives us another place. Not long and we find the last driver that's in the way of getting to my rival. We quickly start to close the gap and with a nice clean switchback we now have all drivers out of the way and are now starting to chase Michael, hoping we can catch him in time. Only a couple of turns later we spot Michael. We put our pedal to the metal and try to close the gap as soon as possible. Because Michael gets held up a bit by this back marker, the opportunity presents itself to catch up with him. We are now bumper to bumper. I give him a little bump that helps us both pass this back marker. The battle is on. Let's see if I can find a gap. More back markers. Let's hope we can capitalize and pass Michael. We go for a wider line here, so we can take more speed onto the straight. One back marker gone, but Michael is already next to the other kart, giving us no place to go but follow him on the inside of this corner to overtake the back marker. We try to take more speed onto the straight here, but unfortunately it's just not enough. Michael is clearly getting a bit nervous of us following him so close. Will this give us the opportunity we need? He makes a slight mistake in this corner that brings us right back on his tail. Unfortunately, our weight difference is clearly an advantage for Michael when going up the ramp. On this part of the track I clearly have a slight advantage. Let's see if we can capitalize on that. Oops, sorry, let's keep it clean. Let's see if we can take more speed onto the straight again. Just a little bit. It does not seem to be enough though. Maybe the back marker can help us out a bit. Unfortunately, the back marker is not much of a challenge for Michael, and we both pass him with a clean overtake on the inside line here. Maybe this next back marker? Unfortunately not. Michael awaits his moment and gets a clean overtake done. We follow him but lose some time having to go around the outside. Let's see if we can close the gap again. I knew where I had the speed, but every gap I found was shut down. Michael had perfected his defense this time around, and he clearly had taken notes from our first heat. I know this next curved up ramp favors me, so I could probably get back on his tail again. He makes a small mistake and goes wide a bit on the turn. We come alongside. Let's see if I can make this stick. Michael does a perfect job staying on the left here and now has the advantage in his turn. Good try, but not the result we hoped for. We have to wait for our next opportunity. A new back marker, but by now we know that Michael deals with these quite easily. Still, we hope for a mistake that we could capitalize on. Michael tries to go for the switchback, but the back marker leaves no space and covers the inside line. So we both set up for an overtake down the ramp, and we both make it past the back marker relatively easy. Now my part again. Can we make it past Michael this time? Let's set up for a better exit here. Can we go for the switchback? No! He closes the door. Now we have to close the gap again. We are quickly catching up, and taking a quicker line through this turn puts us back on his bumper. It all became clear to me now. This corner would be my spot. The next lap I would set myself up to outbrake Michael on the inside of this corner. This should work. All I had to do was stick with him. If he would make a mistake I would go for it, but otherwise I would await my opportunity at the end of the down ramp next lap. Let's close the gap. Back markers. They could help our move. I was positive this would be it. We would still have to close the small gap, but the back marker was helping here. Would we be close enough? Unfortunately not, but I could practice my move on the back marker though. Let's see if we can get Michael next round. Stick with him. Looks like Michael got some extra motivation on staying ahead with the end of the heat coming close. We needed more time to catch up with him. But this was my part. Let's get back on his bumper. Here we go, back on his bumper, ready to make our move this lap. Let's get the better exit here. More back markers to help us, but wait, what's this? No! This was it! The yellow flag to signal the end of the heat. What an incredible race. That twist of adding 11 karts in between really made it extra challenging for me. But especially the battle with Michael highlighted his advantage here at RacePlanet. This track is nearly impossible to overtake quick defensive drivers. And Michael, well, he played his cards perfectly, using the track layout to his advantage and defending like a pro. This race taught me some valuable lessons. I realized I needed to work on my overtaking skills, especially against fast defensive drivers like Michael. It's clear now that I have to focus on setting up a good dive bomb and picking the right moments instead of trying to capitalize on every opportunity. These are crucial skills to master, especially as I prepare for an upcoming kart race later this season. Every race is a chance to learn and grow, and this one definitely gave me plenty to think about. A big thanks to Michael for an awesome race. Don't forget to like, subscribe and let me know in the comments what challenge I should take on next.